anybody's here, please comment as I plug in a camera. Well, I do my life be like, All right, I think I gotcha. I started the live early because, well, setup has taken me forever. Setup is taking forever. Doing live streams is not as easy as people make it seem. Even if you have like a fancy pants switcher, it is not as easy as it may seem. So if you're here, it says I'm live. It's been a minute, but I am working on this quilt top. Kind of want to show you how far I've come. But it's been a lot, but I kind of like it. I come up here for 3 hours. I got rid of all the work that I have, so I've been coming up here for 3 hours, and I only worked for 3.5, maybe 4. I tried 5, and it didn't work very well. So let me see. I'm going to switch the camera so you can look at other viewpoints. And if you're here, please, por favor, make a sweet comment so I know there's somebody here. Now we're like a minute and something in. And what I'm going to do is, since I don't see any comments, I'm going to start. Let me look at. I'm going to go ahead and start long arming. I'm going to get my rolling chair in here because it helps. Oh my God. How's everything going? I'm going to post your comment. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And thank you for commenting, because at least I know that the live is up. It's in the air of the internet. Thank you for being here. Everything's going well. I have been working a lot on this quilt. I kind of wanted to showcase it. I just need, and I'll show you what I need. I need to work on this section on this side, and I also need to work on the brickwork on that side. So since I was waiting for somebody to be on here on the live, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start working, because setting up the live stream, it's just, I don't want to show you my mess because I have a mess. You can't hear us very well. Okay, let me work on the volume. Does that help better? Is that better? Is the volume better? Maybe is that better? Let me go back to the comments. I have to go back to different pages. It says that it is showing that I'm miking, or the mic is working, and I did raise the volume on both the program of this whole thing and on my mic itself, so that maybe you could hear me better, and maybe I could raise it up. I have a regular mic. Is it better? Can you hear me better? Hi, how are you? Do you love the quilt or what? Tell me. Share with me. You need to share pictures of the quilt with binding on it, so you guys could see me. Sounds very low? Dang. Is it better? I did raise it. It says that if I raise it more, hold on. How's that? Better? Better? Let me raise it more. Maybe the monitor I need to raise. How is that now? It says that it's on the yellow. But anyhow, let's see. Who said no? No, you can't hear me? Oh my God. If you can't hear me, then I'm going to have to go through the mics. But I'm glad you're here. I wish I could. Glad you're here. And look. Let me see. I did raise it. New comment. I know you're saying no to me, but no to what? No, you can't hear me? Lord Jesus. Help me out here. It's going to work out. I do have the volume. I could raise it some more. Maybe. And when I'm talking to you, does my mouth and sound go in line? It doesn't look like a Chinese movie. You know what I mean? Okay, it's good. I can hear you fine. Is it too loud now? Because I raised it up real hard. That helped a lot. Okay. I'm glad it's working. Well, I wanted you guys to come with me. I want to do live streams. I don't know if I want to do different stuff. I still want to edit and do my videos that I normally do, but I want to do live streams on, for example, I'm doing the tulip pink quilt, you know, the diamond tulip Queen of Diamonds quilt. I'm working on that. I thought it would be neat to do a couple live streams of me, how I set up the fabric and cut it. I was also thinking maybe it'd be fun to do some live streams when I am quilting a quilt top. Maybe it'd be fun. I'm going to be quilting this quilt for today. I need these 2 corners. I have 2 corners that I need to work on. And then I'm more than halfway done with this quilt. And then I wanted to bring you with me so you guys could quilt with me, so you could see what this is like, because I don't think people understand the amount of work these take. They're a lot of work. I've been working, for example, these little panels. Hold on, I'm going to bring you to another camera. So these panels right here, they take a good 20 minutes. They also take probably a little bit longer, maybe 25 minutes, because they take time to mark. Now, these are the ones that I have had some struggle with. Sorry if the camera is wobbly. These take a lot more time, because I notice when I do the line work, if I see it that it's crooked, I'm having to go back and unstitch it, which if I unstitch it now, it's better than if I unstitch it later. Also too, because this is my hand, meaning this is my handwork. This is the work that this is manual, this is not computerized. I have noticed that no matter how much I tried, my lines are not exactly a 1/2 inch. Some of them are a little bit bigger than a 1/2 inch, and some of them a little bit smaller. But in the whole, you notice it. Like here, I was so mad at myself, but I try to keep it to where all the line across was the same kind of width throughout here. I don't know if you could see that, to make it look like it was on purpose. But nothing was on purpose. And you know, I want to be a perfectionist here, which I would love to be a perfectionist. But then I'll never get the client to my quilt. I will never get the quilt to my client. And the blessing is I had a lot of pressure getting a lot of work done. So I was kind of like prepping this quilt, and I had to get my clients out, and I cleared the roster. I call it a roster, like quilt roster. I cleared the roster, and I've been getting some quilts coming in. So what I wanted to do is work on her today and because she's more than half done. And I thought doing these corners would be a lot of fun with you guys with me. Maybe you guys get bored watching me. I don't know. But it'd be fun for me. That's all that matters, right? That it's fun for me. While you sit around and watch me act dumb and fail and make mistakes and maybe have to unpick. Because that's part of being a custom quilter. You are to the computer, no, to the long arm, to the quilt, and you're going to hang out with me. I hope that's okay. But if you have any comments, ask me now while I'm working so I can answer your comments. And I need the quilt, the long arm is not even set up. Isn't that horrible? That's just the worst. All right, so I'm going to move you over here so you can see. I'm going to move you up so you can see what I'm doing. Hi, how are you? Another camera. All right, I'm going to move her back. And I'm going to move this. And I may not succeed in doing this because I noticed this kind of detail work is so overstimulating. Like, it is hard that I have my phone off. I have my dogs outside. I can't have any overstimulation because, and I'm going to bring you to this camera because I'm going to show you in a minute. Hold on, let me show you. Do you see the markings? I don't know if you can see the marking lines. When you are marking this quilt, after a period of time, visually, your eye gets lost as it's marking up the row, and you can see where I was angling the lines, and you can also see where the lines weren't going straight, and you can also see, I don't know if you can see it here, maybe I could draw you near, maybe not, I can't, where I marked in an area that I'm not supposed to quilt, and if I don't put a line across it, I quilt it, and then I have to unpick it, and that's just like the worst. So yeah, but okay, now you can hear me. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. So let's bring you here so you can watch. Now I've gotten so good, like I've gotten so good in doing line work that before I couldn't do it without the ruler. I had to have a ruler. I've noticed that I was trusting the ruler so much that I was wobbling. Now, I created this ruler. I may put it on an Etsy, and the reason I really like it, and I think I'm going to widen, I wanted to test my own rulers to see if they were worth even purchasing or putting them out there to sell. I put this logo on there, Lorena, with the needle going through it. Isn't that cool? Like, see? Oh, the glare. The glare. Can you see it? No, probably not. The glare. The camera, the light from over here. What I like about it, it's a small ruler. I've been long arming for 3 to 4 hours every day, give or take, and my hands on holding it kind of hurt after several hours of doing it. And the fact that it's light, I had another one that I bought years back. It's really heavy and it's a thicker ruler. I'm glad that it's light to where I don't have that. My hands still hurt after 4 hours from, I think I don't want to breathe, and I'm like holding my breath, and I'm putting a lot of pressure to not move the ruler while I'm quilting, especially when I'm doing the line work. When I'm doing these specific lines right here, I'm holding on to that ruler for the life of my, like for life, like don't move. But I really do like the fact that it's light. I think I want to make it smaller, like cut it in half. I don't know. I like it. It's working out. And I think I need to widen these edges a bit. And I also think I want to put a groove here so that when you're holding the ruler, I don't know, holding the ruler, you have like a thumb anchor. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm gonna play with the laser. I really do think if you put like kind of like grooves or maybe, I don't know, waves? Is that a word? Waves? Curves up and downs? I was gonna say loops. That it gives you a place to hold your ruler and so it doesn't shift on you. But it's straight, it works, it's great. But you only need one straight line. So let's bring you down if that's okay. And you should see my camera gear. I have a camera over here, which is this beauty, and a camera over here, which is this beauty, and I have a camera where I'm using to talk, but I'm also going to bring her down towards the quilt. I hope that's okay. So are y'all okay with this? Or y'all just want to chat? Oh, I would just love to chat. Okay, I have some people coming, so hold on. Let me see. I have a son coming in the room. And he's going to bring the dogs. And he's going to bring everybody. So hold on a second, okay? The interruptions of people. Hold on. So I think it's my husband. He wants to check up on me.
For some reason you shut off.
Don't let him in.
Hey,
Hi, Alex. My husband is fighting with the dogs.
Come on.
Leave him out. It's okay. Leave him alone.
Come on.
Leave him alone. Are you okay?
Well, I was going to leave, but I mean...
All right. Hold on.
I got to fight with him, so...
Just leave him alone.
Weird. I got to go.
All right.
I mean, these dogs are weird. I mean, they were all the way down there, but they jumped up.
Well, they saw you. It's okay. I love you. When and the dogs. Piss your husband off. I say nothing. I think it's funny. Well, I have. You want to see them? You want to see my puppies? Usually I have them out of here because, like, you want to see them? Okay, I'm gonna bring you down. All right, hold on. Let me show you my puppies. Are you okay, Blue? It's hot out there, huh? Are you okay, Roxy? Yeah, it's hot. All right, hold on. So we're gonna move you. Sorry, is this? I was trying to do the live stream earlier before my husband got home, but it took me 2 hours to set up. And it's just because I don't know what I'm doing. And I think after I get better doing live streams, it's just all a whole mess, right? As I get better, I'll be more professional. More professional. So, okay, are you guys still here or did I lose y'all? Please comment. If you comment, I see that you're here. If not, it's okay. Hold on, let me see. But anyway, so let me move you so you can see me quilt. I'm gonna move this here. And move a camera. You see me moving the camera. Gonna move her here. And it is really, if you want to know how to do brickwork, it's not that hard, but it does take a lot of time. And I use a chair, and the reason I use a chair is because, okay, you're here. Thank you, Grant. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let me move you here. So I have a chair. It's a horse saddle chair that I bought by Innova at a Houston Quilt show, and I really am glad that I got it. I love it. It gives me the ability to be high on the bar, so if you've noticed, like, chest length to the bar, even with the seat. And when I do these little tiny little up and down stitches, I do them with a I'm distracted all of a sudden, with the ruler, and I also use my finger, anchor. And I know that you're probably saying don't get too close to the machine because you could get your finger. If you're really careful, you could avoid that. And since I've been doing this for like the last couple years, well, can't say I've been doing this quilt for a couple years. I've just been working on this quilt for 3 weeks already. That okay, but I'll get my I'll be careful. So I'm gonna bring you here. I didn't turn my GoPro. What? I was gonna get a GoPro on here so I could switch to the GoPro, but the other time when I did a live stream, the GoPro had was giving me. I was having issues with the battery life, and it was turning off on the live. So I'm gonna bring you in. Let me bring you closer. Do you guys want to get closer? Let me bring you closer. If I bring you closer, I'm gonna move this camera here. Then he comes to me. Okay, I got her. Bring her down. Figure out my life, Lorena. Okay. There you are. Okay. So I'm not gonna know what you guys are seeing. Hopefully you guys are seeing what I need you to see. Okay, yeah, it's on. So what I love about this ruler is it has those 2 little anchor points. It shows me where to stitch in the ditch, and I also like the handle. A lot of people just rely on the top handle. I really do recommend that if you can afford it, to get the bottom handle. This is the custom quilting, or if you have an Innova, it comes with its own bottom. It kind of curves closer to the long arm, and the reason I recommend it is because you are able to have better control when you're long arming. My machine is, I think it's a 30-inch neck, so it's a big machine in comparison to some machines. So it kind of like has so much weight that it controls me. I sometimes can't control it when I'm using these upper bars, but if I use these lower bars, I can do the detail work. All right, so I'm gonna go up. Hopefully you can see it. I'm gonna give you one view and then I'm gonna switch it to a different view. What I found is, as I've been working, is that I could do 2 rows in a shot now. Before, I could only concentrate on 1 row and make sure that I was doing it the way I needed to, because I was so, how can I say, you have to warm up, to be honest, when you're custom quilting. You can't just, I've noticed, like, after I've practiced for maybe 20-30 minutes, I'm able to control the long arm better. Like, I have a better feel. For example, I got to the point where I could just slowly lead the machine, where before, when I first started doing this, and then I used my finger as a guide, I noticed that it was a lot more accurate. So I'm going to change the view to this view. Where are you? Oh no, is that a better view? Yeah, better view. Let me make sure it's focused. Yeah. And I've noticed that if I just go slow, which sometimes this is so annoying, I want to speed up. If I just go slow and trust myself, that I can move the long arm myself and do my own line work. And to be honest, I wasn't able to do this before. And when I get real tired, I can't do it like this anymore. But last Saturday, I came up here Saturday for 2 hours because I lost a couple days because of the holiday. How was y'all's 4th of July, by the way? All right, let me see. Let me move this. So live streaming my work. Anyway, I'm surprised I'm able to do it today. The last couple days I was so overwhelmed that my brain couldn't handle one more thing because I was working so hard to kind of like get a good piece of this done. Tap, 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 tap. I don't know if you guys, am I in your way? Please tell me if I'm in your way or if it's blurry. Well, you can't tell me, right? Hold on. Let me lock her key. Let's see. Let's see if I could get you to draw closer. I don't think I could get you closer. But maybe I could get you with this camera. That's what I have all these cameras for. I should have put a GoPro on here. Just saying. Hold on. Okay, let's see. You see that? Can you see this? Yes. All right. And in a minute, I'll move my hand. And if I wobble on stitches, which you've seen that I have, I go back and restitch the area sometimes. And I go back and unstitch the wobble. Because I want it to look clean. But sometimes unstitching makes it look a little bit dirty. So let me do this row, and you guys could just enjoy me. See, I've gotten so much better. Before, there's no way. I had to use that ruler. And I had to, like, I wouldn't do nothing without the ruler because I would wobble so bad. But I also had to find things that work. Oh, I'm wobbling right there. Because I was trying to use the top handles to do this, and I found that I made more mistakes. And I found when I use these handles, because I'm so close to the long arm, like my hand is, it's almost like I have better control of the long arm quilting machine. I'm using, I'm giving you my information, 14 stitches per square inch. I'm using Omni thread that matches the back the quilt of this quilt top. The reason I'm using 14 stitches per square inch, it gives you a little bit of a, you have more maneuverability with smaller stitches. There's this quilt line. You could do circles, you could do, if you have 12 stitches per 12 stitches per square inch, I noticed that you don't have the ability to, look how beautiful that is. Alright, I'm going to stop her here. I want to see what you guys are saying. I'm going to show you the, I'm going to move the quilt or the camera so you can see it closer. I don't know if you can see it. So you can see those. It's not perfect. None of this is perfect. You can see some of these are bigger, some of these are a little bit smaller. And I promise, I tried so hard to make sure that it was all perfect. But, and this is where I started. So you can see my starting area. And I just did 4 rows. And I figured this out that I could do two stitches. And the way I travel, so you can see it, is I go up, down, down. Like, so I'm trying to do 2 rows in one set to finish quicker, because before I was just going down the line, coming back up, down the line, coming back up, which that's what I could manage in my brain to think of, and now I'm a little bit more comfortable. So let me put you in, switch you to a different camera. I'm gonna move you here so you can see the camera. All right, move you here. So let's see, is there anybody else, any questions, new comments? Okay, you guys are still here. So what do you think? Do you think you could do this on a regular sewing machine? Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should try doing this on a regular sewing machine and kind of like, I think you could do it. It would be line work. I noticed for me personally that if I'm going to switch you to this camera. If I did the lines that went across and back and forth and did those long lines, that doing the brickwork was a whole lot easier. I think when I first started, I did a line, for example, and then I'm going to bring you to this camera. I did a line, for example, and then I tried to go up and up the same line, and I didn't have the top line quilted, and that was tedious because I was trying to make sure that I hit the top line without having the top line and then going back. Anyway, it was just, it's better doing it, if you're going to do brickwork, to just draw the bottom lines first and then go back and quilt on top of those bottom lines because they're your guides, and then do these long lines. But I had to just, I've been learning. I've been learning a lot. I've been learning about how I could get it done faster. I've been learning about, especially, I have this marking tool that I created for it. If you're going to mark a 1/2 inch line, it's better to have a ruler with a 1/2 inch line, but when you have larger spaces, like over here, you could end up, fabric is so pliable, so when I would do a straight line, when I would mark it, the marking would push it down. And then you have the line already. Let me see. You have that line already. And then you have to make sure you mark also too when you're marking. It's marking with your pen going in. It's some of the weirdest things I've learned. I may never use them again. They may never apply again. But I've learned. So I'm going to undo her. And I wanted to show you how far I've gotten with this quilt. No, Roxy, stop eating that. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to move your cameras so that you guys could see the quilt unroll. I'm going to stop this and pull the thread line. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Cleaning all my stitches, getting rid of all my thread. And this is my client Ingrid Hunt's quilt. And let me just tell you what this does for you. When you practice this way, if you have a long arm or your sewing machine, you could do this on a sewing machine. My recommendation is the more you do stuff like this, the better you get and the more you trust yourself with your own quilts. Well, this is my client's quilt. I trust myself with my client's quilts because I've done this for a long time. But this has given me so much confidence. And the reason I really like it is because years ago I did one of these quilts. It was a labyrinth quilt. I have a YouTube video on it. It was, what quilt was it? It looks like a maze quilt. Maybe I'll put it on the information bar here if you guys want to see that one. But I didn't have a laser. I had rulers that I bought, and I was using a specific ruler that had a lot of detail. I recommend having a ruler with no detail when you're doing stuff like this. It helps the eye not get confused because the bricks can get really confusing. I was trying to use another ruler that had like 1-inch markings and had 1/2-inch markings, and it was overwhelming my eye when I was doing that line work. So I think less helps you, especially when you're doing so much brickwork. But anyway, let me unroll it so you guys can see it. Yes, thank you. Me too. I'm impressed with my stamina too. I thought, to be honest, I thought I could quilt this thing, Betty, in I thought I could do it in 2 weeks. Nope. And keep in mind, this could hurt. Like I was hunching. I don't know, maybe even when you saw me in the video. Yeah, my lines were swarming too. I unstitched those. You don't get to see those. But I noticed that when, like, hold on, my camera turned off. You don't know how much unstitching I've been working on this quilt. I am unstitching a lot. And when I do see a swervy line, that's why these big areas are harder for me, because it's a longer travel, and trying to make it a completely straight line, it is like really hard. And you see right here, these little hairs, that is where I unstitched the line, because I saw, do you see those little fibers, little tiny pieces of fiber, where I unstitched this line, and there's like little stitch threads that I'm gonna have to clean up, because you, like, the long arm moves on you. Especially when you don't have it connected to anything and you're the one working it. So let me get everything ready. I'm going to pull this camera back, and I'm going to unroll this beautiful quilt so you guys can see her. And I'm going to show you that so you don't see my face while I'm moving. I'm going to move you back. Yes. It's hard not to have swervy lines. But the blessing with sewing, just like you can unstitch your blocks when you create a quilt block, you can also unstitch quilting lines. Okay. I promise. It's been a lot. All right, let me move my chair. And I'm going to move you back so you can see. I'm going to put you on this camera. In a minute, I'm going to go back. Come on, go outside. You need to go outside. I'm sorry, Mom. You need to go outside. You guys are a lot. Go inside the house. So I'm going to move you back. Can you see the stitching? Oh, no. Hold on. Sorry, my camera turned off. But I promise I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm sorry. I should. She's gonna put in a quilt show. Hopefully we win something. Her piecing is beautiful. Miss Ingrid Huntz. I love her. She's a sweet client. There's only, let me just say this, when I do this kind of work, I only do it for specifically my favorite clients. The reason I only do it for my favorite clients is because I ultimately don't make money. Now, I do, money's not the only factor in life, right? I am getting a skill, a wonderful skill. As a matter of fact, not only am I getting a skill, I am getting confident. Confidence goes a long way when you're quilting. Let me see, I'm going to move you here. Let me see, I'm going to put you here. Hopefully this camera doesn't turn off on me, okay? And you get to see my lovely legs. I hope the volume's okay. But can you see it? I'm past the halfway point. Isn't that beautiful? I'm past the halfway point. I have been telling myself on the red, I've been telling myself that I still need a quilt here in these areas. But I'm half the pathway, half the decide not to be able to talk now. Hold on. I'm half the halfway point. I'm past it. So proud of myself. I am finding out. So like this whole section here, if I finish this, I'm past the halfway point, but at this time, when I finish these areas, I'm at the halfway point. So I'm going to roll the quilt and I'm going to show you the fun, what I think is the fun part of this quilt is the area that I'm long arming. Here, I'm going to have you see the long arm and see lovely. Can you guys see the texture? Can you see it? How textured she is? Oh, she's beautiful. Okay, let me roll her. Oh, let me let the dogs in. I don't want you guys here. You're gonna ruin my camp. Go sit down somewhere. I don't need you here. Go in your bed. So let me roll the quilt and I'll show you this part. This is my favorite part of working. So the part that I was just showing you is not my favorite part because it's the big piece. So I need to get blue. My favorite part of quilting is these rows. Here, I'm gonna let blue in. Sorry guys. I think live streams are kind of hard because see this part doesn't have any of the texture. Come on, blue. Come on, little girl, you sweet little pea. So I need, where camera can I use to, I think it's this one. So I need this top row, so I'm considering this a row. This whole section of the quilt takes 3 hours. And in that section, I also can get these done, these little parts done. Hold on, I'm gonna get in front of the camera. So this is a large section. This section here, where I'll move it here so you guys can see it, and I'll move the camera. You get very comfortable with the quilt. So this section here, it takes it takes probably 6 hours, maybe longer, because these sections probably take like 25-35 minutes, but these sections, I love these little, I'm gonna bring you in. Oh, I love these little sections. They go so fast. They are so fun. And it feels like you're accomplishing so much in such little time because it's just, It goes so fast in comparison to these. Hold on, I'm gonna bring you here. To these long sections. These take quite a bit of time, and it's not that they take a lot of time to quilt. It's the marking and making sure that when after you've marked it that the marking lines are straight, and not only that the marking lines are straight, is that you also quilt back and forth and it's quilted straight, which, you know, I'll show you this top area. Hold on, I'm going to show you this top area here. Let me bring you in. So these areas, you have, oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful texture? Okay, it is a beautiful question. All right, Betty has a question for me, and I'm going to answer that. Let me get this ready. The gray parts, let me get a marking tool real quick while I pull this. The gray part on the quilt, because you see on the quilt itself, it has some type of an angle. I'm going to follow the design's angle. And since y'all are hanging with me, we can hang together. Let me roll this a little bit more. You get to see me doing it live. Usually you guys get to see me filming it. But today you get to hang out with me live. So let me show you. Let me get a marking tool. And while you guys are here, I can mark while you guys are hanging with me. And I'm working. Wow. I'm marking. Let me bring this. I'm going to bring you to this camera right here. Do you see how these have this angle? That 45-degree angle? Let me move you here. So what I'm going to do is get my marking tool. Favorite marking tool. Remember I was telling you angle in. If you angle out, it's not that. Do you see that angle? See that? I'm going to angle it. Do you see that? Can you see that well though? Yeah, you can see it, right? That's what I'm going to quilt on the gray, and I'm also going to do the same thing on this dark gray. I don't know if you can see that on the dark gray. I want to create that same angular motion. I want it to do, and I use these pens. I love these water soluble. This is an air, but I love both because they mark so easily. They show quickly. I have some other marking pens that don't do that. Let me get you on the camera and bring you closer, okay? Do you see that? Do you see those lines? And I'm going to follow the same lines. Now, I was thinking, me and my client, I was thinking of angling this area, but I think, I'm going to talk to my client, see what she thinks. I think what I want to do is leave it alone. Since there's so much quilting, this, I don't know if you can see how it puffs up. Do you see how it lifts up? I think if I quilt in that area, it will take away some of the beautiful dimensions that this quilting has created for it. So I'm going to ask my client if we could leave that alone and just quilt this area. And we'll have these lines just kind of perk up because she used a really expensive wool. And I don't know if you could see how beautiful. Well, if you could see how the texture, the quilt is lifted. I don't know if you can see how lifted this beautiful quilt is. And I could see it, but hopefully, I don't know if you could see that wonderful dimension that because I tack this down so richly, so much, it's like a lot of quilting, that this now pops forward. And I think I want to leave it alone. Like you could tell the difference from here and how it pops forward in this area to where it doesn't necessarily pop forward in this area. I love quilting these spaces. It goes so fast, but well, compared to this, these, like, I think it takes maybe 10 minutes to quilt these, probably like 15 minutes to mark and quilt, and then moving and transferring over to each individual space. But once I mark it and I start quilting, it just goes so quickly, or it feels that way. But then I look at my watch and I'm like, I've been quilting for 3 hours. Look how beautiful. And that's how it's going to be marked, in an angle, a 45-degree angle on this area. Maybe not. Maybe it'd look nice this way. No, I think for sure a 45-degree angle in this area. Maybe straight lines. This one, no. We're still working it out. But let me show you how I mark everything now that you're here with me. You're hanging with me. I use my ruler and I have to count what I did before to what I'm doing on the next one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is supposed to have 5 lines. And each block is not necessarily perfectly accurate because it's fabric. So I have to kind of like work from one side to the next side to make sure that the measurements are right. Because like right here, there's going to be a thinner, if I draw that line, do you see how this area is going to be thinner? So what I do is I kind of drag this up a little bit more and then be on top of the line and mark. It's crazy how just an 1/8 of an inch matters. Do you see that difference? Before it was here. Maybe go. I hope it's a masterpiece. I hope we get a reward, like she's gonna put in a quilt show. I think this is, now it's not perfect though. And I'm like, oh, I'm hard on myself because it's not necessarily, I wish I could have gotten every brick square perfect, but not every area is perfect. And it's fabric and it's pliable and it shifts and it has its own mind. So let me move you here. Move over, my puppy girl. So that's there. That's what I do for here. So it's supposed to have 5. And you can see how I'm bringing the pen in. And do you see how the fabric just falls? I don't have the long arm very tight. See. See how it's not, these are so big in comparison. So I need to X this out so I don't draw that line, so I don't quilt that area. And though it was maybe, this is kind of taken in a bit, things you don't think about when you're custom quilting or marking a quilt, that not every seam is perfect, not every line is aligned, and you're going to have to work with your client's quilt based on where you are on the quilt, because you know, we all piece where we start fresh and our piecing is perfect in certain sections of quilts, and then we start seeing a little bit of movement. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I mark this. I was doing 5 here, but one of the squares was smaller, not significantly smaller. So I decided to do 4. So I try to even them up and make sure that they look similar. That's off right there. And then I don't know if you see the pen, the lines. Do you see those little lines? I find a section and then I shift a 1/2 inch And then this line goes to this line. And that's how I mark the brickwork. I didn't show you how I mark the brickwork here, but I'll show you. Let's see. I tended to start with a whole square there. And now you see the line there. And then move, shift a ½ inch. And there's that mark. And now you have to do the every opposite. And this area, you saw where I marked it double. This is where your eye gets confused. Just saying. your eye gets confused and you're like, what did I just do? And then you mark the wrong area, and I have to be on top of myself because unstitching is more of a burden. Let me see. Hold on. See, that's wrong right there. Something's wrong. Hold on. These two, these two, these two, these two. Bring it in, bring it in. These two. What am I doing wrong? Okay, I'm doing wrong. See how I'm messing up? And then it's this line. This line. Wait a minute. You see how I'm messing up? Professional. But then as a professional, no. Alright, I'm messing up. I need to water that because my mind, I'm going to lose. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to mess up. So, what I do, I get water with a cloth. This is a clean cloth, okay? It just has a little bit of stains. And just wet the fabric lightly. Let it dry and remark. And so that I know I have an accurate line. I don't want to be quilting when I'm not exactly sure where the line goes. But y'all could just relate to my chaos, right? Probably not. She's like, this is a lot. Okay, hold on. No, I can't mark. It's wet. All right. Let me put you on the other camera so you can see my sweet face. All right. Let's trim me here. I can't wait to have it finished either. I'm going to put your post. Betty, I want to see it finished too. But it's been a lot of fun, believe it or not. I think quilts come when you need them. Like this kind of work. I feel like I really needed it. I've had a lot going on, and I think I need something that anchors me and kind of settles me down. And what's neat is when I sit here, when I sit here, I don't have all this stuff. Like right now I have like 4 cameras. Like I have a camera here, and I have a camera posted to here, so you can see all the insanity. But the whole room is probably cleaned up and there's nothing to distract me, because if it's not clean, I want to kind of clean everything, because I want to do everything but this sometimes. I don't want to start. I've noticed I don't want to start. But once I start, it is such a neat, I mean, like, I'm more than halfway done. I'm more than halfway done, and it's beautiful, and I'm excited to see it done, especially now that I think I need, once I finish this, I need maybe 3 more, and I'm giving myself a day to finish one whole long row. I'm giving, to do one of these long rows. I think last week I did a row and a half, and it took me 4 hours, but when I went home, I was so exhausted. I was so worn out. I was like, wow, what just happened to me? And I tend to go to the gym in the morning to get that out of the way. But I kind of said, no, I need the energy to work on this quilt, give myself an excuse not go to the gym. And I thought that, after I would be up here for a couple hours, excuse me, that I would be able to just get on the go to the gym and kind of get a workout in and get some stuff done. And I'm not going to the gym at all then. I didn't go to the gym at all for the last 2 weeks. I haven't gone to the gym for the last 2 weeks at all. So today I went to the gym and got a good workout in, and then got a good lunch in, and decided to come up here and do a live stream with y'all while I was quilting, but I'm too distracted. So talk to me. How was 4th of July? How you been? Do you like these kind of videos, or should I not bother? I think they're kind of neat because they're interactive. Like, you really get to see me working and get to see kind of the chaos of my life and how I'm marking the quilt and how I'm really working. I think when I do videos, I try to edit it down so it's not boring, but when you're doing a live, you can't do any of that. You're literally seeing me in process, in the work. And I don't know, do you like these? Because what I want to do is I was thinking of doing a block swap with a group of y'all. I have a Loaded Us Quilting Facebook group, and let me see, I'm posted right there, if it's hopefully posting the right thing. And if you are in the group, I've had people join the group lately, and what they're doing is they're trying to sell stuff, shirts, quilting stuff, and I've literally had one girl constantly on the group, and I've had to block her, and I guess she has 20 million friends, and she tries to get back on there, and no, if I'm not selling stuff on my own group, I'm not going to do it to y'all. So I was thinking it would be fun to do another block swap live. I don't know. Or do a quilt pattern, a block of a month. And while I do the block of the month, get together with everybody and do a live stream and share how I'm building that block and how I'm cutting the fabric and doing all that stuff, and do a live stream with the people who want to do that block of the month with me. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Would it be something you guys want to do? It's out there everywhere. And on TikTok, hold on, me and my puppy. On TikTok, and I know some of you hate TikTok, but I have a wonderful, sweet following on TikTok. On TikTok, we can literally, if you have a certain amount of viewers or followers, we could kind of sew together. Come on, Mom. Come on, little angel. Let me show you my little angel. My little angel. Why are you tearing up her bike? No. She's so sweet. I have to be careful with collars on her. Yes, you are. So, what do y'all think? Anybody? Anybody think it would be a good idea? Would you want to do that? Would you be interested in it? Just wondering. So look, this is so sweet. And so what do y'all think? Please comment. Let me know. I would be interested. It would be something I would consider doing. But yeah, I'm trying to learn this. As a matter of fact, the last time I did a live stream is I lost 3 of the cameras. I lost 3 of the cameras because they didn't have enough battery life. And then so I've been going down a rabbit hole trying to figure out how to have cameras that are constantly playing without having to deal with them during the live stream and having to like add a battery after an hour and 30 minutes or after an hour worth of time. But y'all let me know. And if you want to, am I missing new comments? Okay, hold on. No, I don't have missed. If I missed your comment, please let me know. And if it's not giving me the comment, I've only had a comment since 6/18. Right. So I just want to come up here and share my life currently. I think this is going to work out. I finally got 3 cameras that are working constantly and they're not deleting on me. And now I know how to get the... Anyway, my whole process on doing live streams has been a whole debacle. But I'm figuring it out. And I did post a video on a beautiful pixel quilt. If you guys would like to go see that one. I am still posting regular content. If YouTube is not notifying you, I want you to know that no matter what, I post a video every week. There's some weeks where I kind of lag a week, but I will post either a short, a live stream, or a video all the time. So if it looks like I haven't been posting something, it could be that YouTube is not telling you. It's not notifying you. And YouTube does that. And so if you've been following me for a period of time, please subscribe. I would love to grow my channel. I am doing Lorena's lasers also. I'm not posting as much there because I have more of a following here. So I have Lorena's, hold on. I have a Lorena's laser channel. If you'd like to go over there and subscribe to that one, the more interest I have, the more I'll start posting there. It's a lot of work to be posting videos and then not have any kind of interest. So it's a job, you know. It's a whole job on top of this sweet job. But I also, what do you think about this before I leave? I'm also thinking about doing heat press vinyl content, embroidery content, maybe like do an embroidery class, because some people want to learn how to do embroidery, how to embroider bags, hats, shirts, towels, blankets, beanies, what kind of stabilizer. Each video would probably be a smaller video on how to, like what stabilizer to use, what kind of, how you clamp it together. I'm thinking of kind of bringing like my old content that I used to have in my old videos and bringing them forward and start doing those videos too and just try it out. Also too, on Lorena's lasers, I got some patterns to do barnyard quilts. the wood that you paint. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So excited. And yeah, so just let me know what you guys want to see, because you know, I mean, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm trying to be here for you. I'm really just working, trying to do my life and trying to figure myself up, but I'm here for you too, okay? How do you like your quilt, my lady? Did you like the pattern I picked for you? I hope you love it. I hope you love it. Let me see. So I love you guys. I've kept you for an hour. I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. Please, in the comments, let me know what you want to watch, what you're interested in seeing. And if I'm capable to do that content, I will share that content and bring it to my channel. I also, I don't know if you guys will want to, I want to do tufting rugs. Oh my God. I want to do my favorite quilt block and tuft it. Is that stupid? Yeah, maybe. It's kind of dumb. Maybe it's kind of dumb, but I don't know. I want to try new things, and I want to go out there and try a whole bunch of new things and just try it out. I walked away. What did I miss? I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you love your quilting design that I put on there. I hope you love it. I don't remember what I did anymore. I hope you just love it. Hope you love your quilting design. One of the things I was talking about is if anybody wanted to do a live stream block swap, if anybody wanted to do a block of the month live stream, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I would love to consider. I don't know if I should do long arm quilting classes. Someone was asking me about long arm quilting and how you can learn how to quilt, and maybe I could do like really easy, simple long arm quilting classes, because I have this book. Do I still have it here? Do I have it here? Let me see if I can bring it. I'm sorry. Oh, there's, nope. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sorry, I'm distracted all of a sudden. There is this book. I'm trying to find it, okay? Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I'm glad I looked in that drawer. Look at that. Wait, hold on. I bought this at the Houston Quilt Show. I need to hang it. Hey, where you've been all my life. Anyway, I bought it at the Houston Quilt Show several years ago. And, you know, when you buy stuff and you're working and you don't have time. Hold on, let me see. There's this book. It's called 5 Steps to Long Arm Quilting. And you can literally use those 5 steps to long arm quilting for you can use them for manual quilting. You'd love to do another block swap, really? Because I think it's been. Sorry, I kicked the TV. I kicked the. I'm glad you like the quilting. Okay, I really am happy you like the. I was going back and forth on. I didn't know what quilting design to pick because you just said do whatever. I'm like, oh no, the stress. I'm finishing finally. One of the reasons why I didn't do another block swap is because I ended up doing 2 block swaps, one back to back, and then I was like kind of like annoyed with myself because in the block swap I hadn't even finished them myself, and it's just, you know, it's annoying when you don't finish your own projects. But anyway, there's a book for let me see, where is it? There is a book for free motion quilting. Here's one of them. It's a kind of odd one, but it's called 5 Steps to Long Arm Quilting. I want to make, you know, the L with the needle going through. I want to make it in plexiglass and wood, and I think on the edge around it, I want to use a measuring tape. I'm thinking, and I ended up doing a whole bunch of thimbles. So I think I'm gonna put my thimbles on Etsy, but I'm gonna just put what I made, like 40 of them, and I want to post them. And then if you guys are interested in my corset thimbles, you guys could Cookie, no, there's a camera there. You guys could purchase them. I think I was gonna sell them for like $7 each, like real cheap, even though they take quite a bit of time to make or put together. That Lily. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you go. We've been here an hour. I don't want to take you away from your family or your kids or anybody. So I thank you for joining the live, but these comments disappear. So if you go back to the video once it's posted, if you possibly could go back and you're interested in me doing something like a block swap class, I know how to do applique and I have tricks on applique. If you want to learn how to do applique, I can do videos for all those things, and I can live stream them. The neat thing about live streaming them, and on TikTok, you can literally have like 5 people on the live stream with you, and we get to see each other while we're all kind of sewing or playing or working. So I would like to do that. That would be a thing. That would be fun. But that's up to y'all, okay? That's up to y'all if you guys are interested in that. I really do appreciate you coming, hanging, and just know that I do post content every week. So if you don't get anything from me, it's just YouTube didn't do its job and send you the video. I appreciate you and I thank you for being here. All right, I love you in the Lord. And just pray. I am doing shorts on this quilt, so I get to just post little video snippets of how far I've come. And sometimes it's kind of repetitive because this is repetitive, but I am posting like how far I'm getting. I'm really excited that I'm past the halfway mark. Makes me so happy, so happy. And I can't wait to start working on the gray. That would be a lot of fun. I thank you for being here, and have a good night. Clarissa, I can't say your name sometimes. Okay, you do. Thank you for hanging with me, girl. Thank you for being around. And I hope you like these live chats. I'm trying to make them dating. I'm trying to make them fun. I really am trying to make them interesting to where you're not just seeing me sit and just talk to y'all about stuff. I want to make sure that you can get some visual, some candy. I also want to do, that quilt, that pixel quilt that one of my clients made, the two of them that she made. I am making two of them also. They're taking me, I'm having a hard time cutting the fabric. It's taking me forever. But I am wanting to custom quilt that wolf quilt. That would be fun to custom quilt that. And I want to put that in a Houston Quilt Show or a show somewhere local. But anyway, I love you. Please comment. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you for your patience. Even the insanity is here.